I beat my first challenge with the S&P 500, but at the same time, while learning the skill, I was investing money into the S&P 500. Are you working a full-time job and trying to get funded? I got funded with my first 100K with FTMO while working 60 hours a week as an engineer. In this video, I want to share with you 6 pieces of advice I would give myself 3 years ago to help me arrive where I am now faster. Funded with almost 1 million in capital and trading full-time. Now, I must say, trading with a full-time job is not easy. So if you're in this situation, I feel for you. I used to be very tired trying to balance work, trading, and life with my wife and 3 kids. Some days I was pushing myself so hard that I felt I would die of exhaustion. But you are investing into the S&P 500. I got this from Alex Hormozy. I beat my first challenge with the S&P 500, but at the same time, while learning the skill, I was investing money into the S&P 500. Investing into the skill is something that would later make me 6 figures and that couldn't be taken away from me by anyone. So keep going, do not quit. Now, another note, learning to trade without income is difficult. So I would tell myself to appreciate that I have the income to invest into myself. Now, first, let's chart out what we're trying to accomplish and then move into the 6 pieces of advice that I would like to give pertaining to having a full-time job. I must mention one of the most important things to focus on. If you get this right, it'll make everything else easier. We have a bigger goal than getting funded. If we want to get funded and get consistent payouts, let's talk about what it takes. Many people think of the big accounts and gambling their way through the challenges, but what's after that? I have a family, so I had to think about what would be sustainable long-term. And the only thing that's sustainable long-term is to become a consistently profitable trader, a CPT. Become consistent. And to become consistent, I found that you need 4 things, in my opinion: playbook, solid risk plan, the psychology, mindset of a professional trader, and great execution. While working, I was trying to build these 4 so that I could stand on my own. And in this video, I'll talk about number 1, the playbook. But if you want me to do a longer video on the 4 pillars, let me know in the comment section. So the first pillar is the playbook. We make money in the market by trading setups with edge. The market is random, and in order to make money, we must find something that will give us an edge so that over a series of trades, probability will lean in our favor. Now, I don't do a lot of technical videos right now because there's so many on YouTube. So I've chosen to discuss topics on the core DNA of a CPT, things that I think most retail traders are missing. So let me know if you want me to do more technical videos. Now, talking to myself, if I were you, I would spend a great majority of my time exploring, backtesting, and gathering data on a few strategies, a few setups that come from someone else. And the main thing I'm trying to figure out is if they have edge. If your setups have no edge in the market, your risk management, your psychology, and execution won't matter because you won't make money. And we are in this business to make money. So hyper focus on the playbook. Now, let's move into the things that are related to having a job. Now, here are the 7 things I would tell myself. Number 1, give yourself time, mastery over money. I thought I could learn this in a few months by myself in my home, not supported by a prop desk or professionals. It was not true. I took vacation time from work thinking I could speed through a course in a week and start making money right away. You can consume knowledge in a short period of time, but since this is a mental sport, you need to practice and become good. You have to place actual trades. You have to journal. You have to review. You have to lose. You have to win. In the book on mastery, George Leonard mentions getting to a point where you practice for practice sake. You practice deliberately for mastering the art, mastering the skill. I was hyper focused on money and exhausting myself. Reading this helped me learn to hyper focus on the journey of mastery. Now, I know you have the pressure of family. You don't want to work your job anymore. You want to do something that you love. But the way to get there is not necessarily to focus on the money, hyper focus on mastery, and everything else will follow after that. So gain the skill in the demo first and then small accounts. It's easy to keep throwing money into your account, but money cannot solve the skill problem. So after deciding to focus on mastery, I withdrew like 7K from my personal account. I dropped down to about 100 and decided to focus on growing it. I grew $100 to 1K and learned a lot from it. I didn't flip it with crazy lots. I had a very diligent risk plan, certain setups I would take. It was very methodical. If you want me to do a more detailed video, let me know in the comment section. Number 2, master 1 or 2 setups in the beginning. Most of my funding and payouts have come from a handful of setups and their variations. I've become very good at these setups. I became confident enough to make a docu-series trading them. If you want to see the docu-series, click here. Now that I'm full-time though, I've worked on developing more setups so that I have more opportunities to maximize my time and money. But while you are working, you can develop the 4 pillars that I mentioned in the beginning from a solid handful of setups and their variations. Number 3, give most of your time to instruments that are in play, or in other words, showing signs that they align with your setup. You are short on time, so set alerts on prices that interest you. Focus on keeping yourself disciplined and don't spend time on instruments that are not ready or consolidating. Focus on documenting rules that will help you understand when an instrument is ready for you to trade your setup or worthy of your focus. Number 4, there's so much to say, but one important advice is when you are ready to take a challenge, take a small unlimited challenge first and hyper focus on your data. Take a challenge with a provider that gives you an investor password if possible, so that you can hook it up to MyFXBook or TradeZilla. Go small at first and hyper focus on data. Learn what instruments pay you the most. Learn if you buy or sell better. Learn what time of the day you trade the best. Tag your Playbook trades with a name so that you can learn which setups are the most profitable. If you combine this with constant review and change, incremental improvements, this alone will help you upgrade your skill. Now, trading can overcome you emotionally, but numbers won't lie, so rely on the data to help you. If you want me to cover this more in detail, let me know in the comments. Once you get your first payout on a smaller account, you'll be able to repeat it if it was based on a solid playbook and strong habits. Number 5, change your work hours to trade around the opening hours. So around New York Open or London Open, because being present at the open can be very beneficial. There's a lot of volatility and volume at the open. If I can't be present at the open, I would divide the day into open, middle, and close and see if one of those times fit my schedule. I would study the particular time and behavior of the market at that time and learn how my instruments behave at that time. The key here is to try to be at the desk and focused whenever you're trading. If you work remote, this is a lot easier, like I did. If not, then I would probably focus on higher time frame swing trading. Number 6, treat this as a business and do something every day for your business. Treat it as a second business or a second job. Name your company, register your company. When you leave work, tell people you're going to your second job. Tell your wife and kids and friends that you're working on your second business. The government is going to treat this as a business. Whether you're losing or gaining money, you should too. When getting funded, you sign up as a paid contractor for the funded company to use your trading data. So you are building a company that will service several funded companies. As you acquire more accounts, you are practically a consultant. If they A-book your trades, you acted as a consultant and got paid for it. So be professional from the very beginning and think of yourself as a consultant. You are a pro trader that is allowing the firm to use your data because they aren't providing you with education. You're bringing your own education and knowledge to them. One last word. I know this may be difficult, but if you keep going, you can overcome this. Get good education. Get around people that have done what you want to accomplish. Talk to other traders that have went full time. You can do this. Continue to work. You'll soon see the fruits of your labor. Do not stop. Just form your plans. If you have a setback, reorganize those plans and keep going, and just repeat that process over and over and over. Please like and subscribe if you want to see how I grow a small funded account to a larger one. Watch this video.